Hello grade 7s, welcome back. Welcome to our fourth and final lesson for term 1. Wow, time flies when you're having fun, hey? I know. Talking about having fun, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you catch some more of our fun videos. Let's get down to business and deal with the next topic, which is businesses.
Let's get down to business.
Before we can start talking about different types of businesses, we must first look at two types of countries. We have countries that have a developed economy and countries that have a developing economy. Countries that have a developing economy are countries whose industries and economies are still developing. The citizens of these countries usually have a low average income and a low standard of living. For example, Zimbabwe and Kenya. A country that has a developed economy is a country that is industrialized and technologically advanced, where the average income and standard of living are high. For example, the United States of America, USA, and Canada. I wonder if South Africa is a developed country or a developing country. What do you think? Well, leave your answers in the comment section below. Let's hear what you've got to say. In South Africa, we have formal and informal businesses. We are now going to take a closer look at informal businesses. Informal businesses are businesses that do not pay tax to the South African Revenue Service, SARS, and thus are not bound by many laws. Examples of informal businesses are a spaza shop or a street stall. We all know that spaza shop where you go to buy a packet of Spookies, or even that street store where you buy cheap Nike sneakers or cheap Nike backpacks, right? Usually there aren't many people working at the spaza shop or even the street store. These are our informal businesses, and in informal businesses it is only the owner who usually works there. The informal business usually does not make as much money as a formal business, but the business still makes enough money to survive, and so that the owner can take care of himself and his family. Let's have a look at the advantages of an informal business. The first advantage is that these businesses do not have to pay taxes. As we all know, unemployment and poverty are a big problem in South Africa, and informal businesses can help with that. These informal businesses provide work for people from local communities and alleviate poverty by giving the owners an income. It goes without saying that it's easy and cheap to get started. Entrepreneurs who run these informal businesses learn a lot about the industry, and they can then use their own experiences to start a business in the formal sector. Let's now have a look at the disadvantages of an informal business. The first disadvantage is that informal businesses do not pay taxes, so therefore they do not contribute to the income of the government and thus do not help bear the costs necessary to run the country. The second disadvantage is that government cannot always monitor or regulate these informal businesses. As a result, illegal informal businesses can exist. A popular example is the illegal trading in rhino horns. Now that you know what an informal business is, I think this is a good time to move over to the formal businesses. Formal businesses are businesses that pay tax to South African Revenue Service, SARS, and are also formally registered. These businesses usually have workers who are employed, and these businesses are mostly run from a formal building. Examples of such businesses include Checkers, ShopRite, as well as KFC. Formal businesses have the ability to expand and thus trade even on a national and international level. What are the advantages of a formal business? These businesses have access to larger markets that enable them to be more profitable and to grow more. Furthermore, their daily economic activity contributes significantly to our country's economy. What are the disadvantages of a formal business? It is very expensive to start and run these businesses. The owners of these businesses must pay taxes, so they cannot keep all the profit for themselves. Let's have a look at 3 types of businesses: trading businesses, manufacturing businesses, and service businesses. Trading businesses are businesses that make money from trading or selling goods. Manufacturing businesses are businesses that make money from manufacturing or making goods. For example, a mobile phone factory or a clothing factory. A service business is a business that makes money from rendering services. Grade 7s, we have learned a lot today about businesses. And I want you to remember that being an entrepreneur involves taking risks. Starting a business involves a lot of hard work, but if you persevere and you work hard towards realizing that dream, it will definitely become a success. But along the journey, I need you to remember that there are many things that can happen that can potentially affect the success of your business. There are a lot of dangers that you may come across. For example, theft, power outages, strikes, natural disasters, and many other things. Grade 7s, as you can see, it's not all fun and games starting and running a business, but it's definitely worth it in the end. Speaking of the end, we have reached the end of our 4th and final lesson for term 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed this lesson and you learned a thing or two, feel free to buy me a coffee, or even better yet, support me through my school. Until next time, bye-bye.